gonna go ahead and fix this bike up and toss it on the market. But before we can toss it on the market, we're gonna try to make it all nice looking. This is a really nice looking bike anyways. For a 99, great looking bike. And if you don't know, Travis Pastrana, I'm not sure which X Games it was for him, but he won a very iconic X Games on this bike, and it was a great looking bike, great performing bike, and it was a 250 obviously, I think. So anyways, so I'm thinking here, first things first is to just pull all the plastics off, the seat and all that. Dang, she's already looking bare. Very bare. So, just gonna grab the seat off, and I guess I'm gonna take the tank off too. Probably a good idea to take the tank off too. She's about as bare as she's ever gonna be. Got gas tank, everything off. And from here, we're just gonna try, it's a little too cold to run the hose and everything, and fears of pipes bursting and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't even really know where my hose is, buried under snow. So we're gonna try to give this thing like a carb cleaner or brake cleaner clean. And I also have some wax removers, degreasers, stuff like that. I'm just going to try to just give it a waterless detail, if you will. So yeah, we're just going to get to cleaning this bike and move on to the next step. So, as you can see as we get closer, doesn't look that bad on camera, I guess, but this bike is filthy. Definitely needs a clean. Honestly, I don't feel like recording myself cleaning up this bike. It's not too joyful, I guess, to watch. It's not too entertaining just to watch someone clean something, scrub something. So yeah, I'm gonna get this knocked out real quick and then I'll show you the results. So scratch that. I'm not gonna clean the bike right now like that. I'm gonna clean necessary spots, but currently there's all these areas with rust, as you can see. Starting to just scuff it down with some 100 grit sandpaper. This little stator cover, not exactly sure, might be stator cover. That was all scuffed up and has some calcification on it. So we're gonna scuff this up a little bit right now and pop this off and fully scuff it up. And there's just like areas all around the bike, you know, with rust. And I'm gonna try to just scuff everything down that has those areas of rust and everything, and tape everything off, bag everything off, just leave those areas exposed, a little bit of area to feather in. I'm gonna use a Suzuki charcoal gray paint to go ahead and touch this up a little bit. So yeah, right now just been like sanding this up, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish that and start taping things off. We got this side mostly cleaned up. All the rust down here might still look a tad bit rusty right there. But our real problem side is this. This whole side basically is super rusty, which is funny. Well, I guess this side is used more, being the shifter. But I mean, you'd think riding the side with the brake might wear down more, but I mean, clearly they like to hug this side of their boot or whatever. So this side's gonna take probably a little while to clean this stuff up, but gonna go ahead and clean all this up. Then gonna go to the store, probably grab some Allen keys and a Coca-Cola because I feel like sipping. It's super cold out here. Gonna probably need a break in between, so that'll be a good time to do that. And for now, go ahead and get all this cleaned up. So gonna go ahead and take a break now. And we got what we could cleaned up. Definitely looks a whole lot better than before, but we're definitely gonna go through everything with a wire wheel cleaner because, yeah, just hard to get into those nooks and crannies with just some sandpaper. So definitely gonna come back through with the wire wheel. So far, things are looking great, nice and shiny. Believe it or not, this is the bad side. I know the lighting's not great. It's actually funny, the one light I'm working under is out. Just my luck, but yeah. It's looking good enough that I think we can throw some touch-up paint on it now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is tape everything off that I can, bag everything off that I can, and just make it so that I don't get any overspray on things that I don't want to get it on. And use our Suzuki, it says like a marine paint or whatever. Go ahead and grab it out of here. If I can find it, geez. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and grab that paint and touch up the sides, the bottom, and just like a few little spots. So we got our frame all cleaned down, our bike all taped off and everything, and we got it cleaned with just some carb cleaner, just a real quick dirt remover, and I wiped it down. Nothing too serious. This bike is probably going to be sold anyways. So here's how everything looks right before I'm going to spray it. Got everything taped off. We didn't bother taping off the pipe because, as you can see, needs a major restoration. Super rusty. I did do the underside, you can see. And yeah, what we're doing is just like a touch up and everything. So what I'm gonna do is run inside. This paint has been sitting outside for quite a bit, and it is super cold, and I know it's not too great to spray cold paint. Doesn't mix well, doesn't settle well, doesn't spray well. So I'm gonna just go throw this in some warm water inside, and after that we're gonna come back out and go ahead and spray this down with some touch-up. Man, that stuff is already turning out incredible. It is a little hard to work with right now. It's around 20-30 degrees, and I'm getting a few runs. Not too worried about it. I'm just gonna sand those out and probably do a touch-up on the touch-up. But as you can see, man, that is laying on there beautifully. So a couple of runs I have no problem with. Most of the runs, are down there, but whatever. So going to let this dry, and I think about 2 to 3 coats is going to be good for this bike. Don't want it scratching off too easily. If someone's doing really heavy riding with nice boots on, don't want it to scratch off real easy. So I'm gonna do 3 coats of this. This is actually like a marine paint or something like that, and boy, it stinks. So I'm gonna give this about 15 minutes or so to dry, and I'm gonna go inside and hang out for a little bit. Whew, that stuff stinks. I hate that. We got our second coat on, and it's looking great so far. I love this stuff. I got this paying for probably like $8 or something like that, maybe 12 with shipping, but this is a perfect match. Go over here. It's like this outboard onboard Mar Pro paint. So if you're restoring a Suzuki with that charcoal gray metallic color, this stuff, awesome, awesome, awesome. So we got our second coat on, and I'll show you how that looks. Just look at that. Woo! I should have got some light on this shot before so you could see how bad it was. Scoot back here. Just look at that. That's looking amazing. Maybe get up in here a tad more next time. But man, this bike is looking sick. Well, not sick, but the frame is looking sick so far. And I know this bike, once we get everything on, is going to start looking sick. But go ahead and turn this light off. I'm going to let this sit for about 15 more minutes. Probably going to touch up that little spot I saw before first and put the third coat on, and yeah, we should be done with the paint restoration. So this stuff dries super fast. I think it's been like 3 minutes, and I just gave it a little tap and it's already sticky. Like, it's not completely dry, but it's sticky. So I'm just gonna throw the last coat on here, a nice wet coat. Hopefully no runs, because this stuff is running real nice or bad, however you want to look at it, because it's about 20 degrees out and paint just doesn't want to settle. So not too bad though, because I came back out here and all the runs from last time basically flattened out, because this is an engine enamel paint. I think it's a little bit different than just spray paint. So yeah, just gonna throw this third coat on here. There's a couple spots I wanted to hit a little heavier, so yeah, once we get this third coat on here, should be good. So that third coat went well, I would say. At first it was starting to run pretty hard. The sun is going down right now, so definitely is getting colder right now, probably dropping below 20. Overall, turned out great, as you can see. Right here we ran into a little bit of running. You can see it kind of overlap right there, but not too worried about that. If I need to, I'll come back in here and sand a little bit. But it looks a whole lot better than I did before. So that's step one. And other than that, I guess all we have to do is get these plastics cleaned off so we can throw the graphics on, and then we're just going to come back out here and throw those plastics on. But I'm going to do all that inside because it's cold. I don't like to be out here. If I need to be out here, I will. If I don't, I'm going to go inside, take the work inside. So